Women were also forbidden from eating pork, which was thought to be the physical form of the god Lono. If you were a woman and you were tired of fish and wanted to eat some red meat, the only option you had was to eat your dog instead. No cows or sheep in ancient Hawaii. Back then, Hawaiian dogs weren't lovable members of the family like they are now. These dogs, called poi dogs, were too small to be used for hunting. Not to mention, they were pretty dumb, so they were only kept around as a lucky charm for children and for food. Did I mention the original breed of poi dog the ancient Hawaiians raised is now extinct? They must have been delicious. Women were also not allowed to eat coconuts, which was the body of the god of war, Ku, because when I think of war, the first thing that comes to mind is coconuts. Looking directly at a chief. Imagine you're in an ancient Hawaiian village, and you hear a crowd of people outside. You walk out of your hut and see a royal procession. Ooh, fun! You scan down the parade until you realize the chief is there, and you accidentally lock eyes with him. He stares back and slowly points at you, and suddenly, your head is on a rock getting bashed in. See, Hawaiian chiefs called ali'i were said to be the descendants of gods, and because of that, there was a lot of things commoners were not allowed to do in their presence. This was mostly based around the idea of a spiritual power called mana, which the ali'i were said to have extreme amounts of, being the descendants of gods and all. Messing with or trying to steal a chief's mana was a quick way to get offed. For example, casting a shadow on a chief or his home. While most people don't think much about their shadow, they were a way bigger deal in ancient Hawaii. A commoner was obviously not allowed to touch a chief, but if you weren't careful, you might slip up and accidentally cast a shadow on him. And this was basically a death sentence. Shadows were thought to be an extension of the person, so casting a shadow on a chief was basically the